am here with 4 more of our 6-time international champion gold medalists here. And so first we're going to have you guys introduce yourselves. So we'll start with you, Janet.
Jan Steele, I sing bass, and I've been in the chorus 40 years.
Linda Reese, I sing bass, and I joined the chorus in March of '89.
Gail Posky, I sing lead, and I've been in Ridgetown for 32 years.
Cheryl Bettenhausen, I sing lead, and I joined in July 1989.
Okay. Do you guys know who the oldest person is in the chorus? Do you mind sharing your age?
Not at all.
So 23?
Yes.
Okay.
I'm 86.
86.
86 years young.
That's right.
Absolutely. Tell us what you did in December when the chorus went to Hawaii.
I climbed Diamond Head with the help of several of my friends, but nevertheless, I still climbed it.
You did. You rocked it. All right. So why don't you guys tell me your favorite memory from a championship?
Actually, I think it was this past one, because we overcame so much stuff to get there, and it was a condensed time, and we all just came together, and it worked.
I agree with that. I think it was this one.
Prior to this one, it was the one in Vegas when we were up against it was the Titans.
Yeah, I would say 2 favorite memories are this most recent one and then Las Vegas. But I agree with what they said, you know, for the whole organization, just for us to be able to be there, how blessed we were to be able to compete. And I mean, it was just a wonderful opportunity. It was a hard journey, but there was a great reward that we got this gold medal. Yeah.
What about you, Cheryl?
Totally agree with everything that's been said. This last one was very special. Vegas, special as well, but I'll never forget the first one because Joni Beskos was singing with us at the time, and we were lined up behind stage to go do our Saturday night performance. She somehow got a hold of the medals, grabbed a bunch of them, and she was just walking the line with us just to kind of tease us and taunt us and say, go do this and go do it. So yeah, that's another thing I'll never forget.
Awesome. All right. What is your favorite thing leading up to contests? Like when you're there and you're ready for contests to start, what is your favorite part about that whole thing?
Oh, when we're there, I think
First rehearsal.
the first rehearsal, the energy, the enthusiasm, and just how at most international competitions, every rehearsal ramps up. And you can palpate that energy, that enthusiasm,
Yep.
all of that in the air. And we've left everything at home, we've checked everything at the door, and we're so intentional and focused.
We
And
have a common goal.
oh yeah, it's
Yeah.
just,
Agree.
I love it when we're there. I love it when we're together anyway, but there's something about being on site, that first rehearsal, and then just coming back, and I love to be early to all of them. It's just, can't wait for them.
So Gail, you play a big part in what we do on site for our rehearsals when we're at international competitions. So let's talk about what do we do at that first rehearsal?
What do we do? Well, we encourage everybody to get there really, and we have our rookies come in and we play a song for them. We kind of create like a tunnel for them to walk through, and we cheer them on. And then we wait for Dale to come in and play some music. Like typically it's something like that the Chicago Bulls used to be introduced to. We'll play that, and then we play like one of Dale's favorite walk-up songs when she comes in, and you can just there's just a lot of energy. I mean, your heart's beating fast and all that, but really to set that stage. And we work to get our rehearsal room set up where the risers are configured, the signs, you know, we have beach balls going, and just to create a lot of enthusiasm and fun for people. It's just so much fun. It really is.
It just amps up the energy. I'm so glad to see everybody. Once everybody gets there, it just feels like, we're here. And now it's time.
It was time. Get the job done.
Get the job done.
And the tunnel that you're talking about always reminds me of the football team entering the field. It's like, okay, the team's here. Let's go.
Let's go.
So what is your favorite part about waiting backstage before you go on stage? Tell me what you're thinking and what your favorite part is when you're waiting back there in the finals, ready to take that stage. What are your thoughts and what emotions are going through you guys?
Oh my gosh.
Well, sometimes I'm like, I gotta go to the restroom. So you probably don't want me to say that.
You don't really have to,
But you
do,
don't,
but you think
yeah.
you do, yeah.
It's nerves.
And then an hour later, you still haven't gone to
Yeah.
the bathroom yet.
I haven't been nervous backstage, I don't think ever. I mean, cause we get so prepared, I just want, it's like an anxious thing, just get me on that stage and let me do what I know how to do.
I get a little nervous. I think it's a good nervousness, but just waiting to walk up there and go up the ramp and high five Dale, and she's standing there, and then when we go on stage and Gwen sets us, and then Dale comes around and shares something like this year, I love you more than pizza, or a steak or whatever, and just kind of, and you can just still feel the enthusiasm, and then
And excitement.
Oh, yeah,
Lots
and
of
excitement.
How many of your championships do you guys remember actually performing? Because I know some people come off and they're like, did we do it?
I know for sure Vegas, I remember how I felt. I don't remember Baltimore, my first one.
I do, I remember.
I remember we were so prepared for that one though, I could say Jan's lines. Cause we ran the package so many times.
We did.
She had, my favorite line was, men are just like buses, there's always another right around the corner. And that has been a few years ago.
A few.
I think I remember parts of most of them, different things, but I was in the little Congo rhythm band in Baltimore, and we didn't mean to, but we kind of kicked the tempo up, and it was pretty fast, but we got through it, so a little bit shorter time.
Yeah, I don't think I remember them, maybe not as you walk off stage, but you definitely remember it later as you're thinking about everything.
So you guys have been Rich Tones for a really long time. So why do you keep going?
Friends,
Yes.
came for the music, stay
And the
for the
music.
friends.
Came for the music, stayed for the friends.
It's hard to explain standing up there singing and all of a sudden you have goosebumps and things like that. I mean, I agree with you, friends,
Yeah.
music, yes, but there are so many other things. I just so now thinking about it.
I agree, it's the music and the friendships, the relationship. If you had told me when I was in my mid to late 20s when I joined that I would have all these friendships with people from various generations, I'd be like, really? But here we are, I think that's such a beautiful thing that, you can have somebody that's 20 years old and someone that's 80 something, and you develop these friendships that last ages. And then to meet other people in other choruses and have those friendships. But there is something about that music, that's the reason you came, or I came, and then I've stayed
Why I
with
came.
friendships.
Okay, is the Rich Tones your first chorus, or were you guys in choruses before?
I was in a couple other choruses before. I don't know about you guys.
Rich Tones only.
It's my
Oh.
first chorus.
Okay,
It's my
so,
first chorus.
and I'm telling you, the people that this is their first chorus, they should sing with another chorus first. I know they appreciate what they've got, but to really appreciate what we've got.
Okay. Why don't you guys tell me what you guys do for a living? We'll start with you, Jan.
We travel.
We travel. I'm a retired registered nurse.
I'm a retired financial analyst.
I'm an occupational therapist. In my day job, I'm an associate professor at Texas Women's University.
And I work for PepsiCo in global procurement.
Excellent. So if you could give advice to anybody who's watching this now, who's thinking about joining a chorus or maybe even coming to the Rich Tones, what would you tell them?
Stick it out.
Yeah.
It's a magical group.
Yeah.
It really is.
I think all of those things, and all of those friendships that are going to last a lifetime.
Yes, sir.
And the people that you'll meet, the places that you're going to go. But sharing that with someone and being able to share that gift of music with all the people that when we compete, when we're on stage, and now with the webcast and everything, just to share that joy that we have and to do it together.
Your chorus will become another family member,
Mhm, exactly.
This is very true.
another family.
It
And
is.
you'll be given opportunities that you could have never imagined.
And I can say, having had a major surgery, I asked for a little bit of help. I got a lot of help. Amazing amount of help. It's incredible.
You just asked about work. I'll never forget, my husband was out of town, so I needed to bring my kids with me, and they needed to stay quiet, and they knew that. So I was talking to the oldest one, I said, you're gonna need to stay quiet, and, because we're going to Richtown. Oh, to your singing boss, he said.
Singing boss.
Cause I had a female manager at the time at work as well.
I like it. We should get her assigned singing boss.
Right? That's a t-shirt. I can see it coming.
Uh-huh.
So, what would you guys like to say to all of those who have been through it for all 6 of these medals? What would you like to say to each other?
We stuck it out.
I was gonna say, thanks for sticking it out.
Yeah.
Yeah, stuff it out.
You know, cause there's times when it gets really hard.
Mhm.
I mean, this is hard work, but it's well worth. In the end, it's worth it.
Yeah, I want to say thank you
Yes.
for being there for me, for being there for each
Thank
other,
you for being
and we did it all together. We didn't do it by ourselves, and
There's
each
no
time,
I in team.
yeah, and each time it was just a different group, and you made different memories, but it was worth it. It was worth all of the time.
Yeah.
All of
This
the-
time
all of it.
was the most cohesive I've seen the chorus in a long time. It's wonderful.
And I'm sure other courses go through that too, you
Sure.
know, ups
It's
and
gotta be
downs
up
and
and down.
more numbers and less numbers and stuff.
Excellent. Well, thank you for taking your time to talk to me today.